Welcome to another S&P Futures day trading recap where I'm showing all my Apex account balances for full transparency. I'm also copying all my trades onto a TradeDay evaluation that I'll be providing an update on at the end of this video. Price came out the gates hot this morning, and I was hoping for some sort of retracement to hop in long to catch a piece of the bullish momentum. When I saw any attempt at reversing the bull trend get instantly bought back up, I realized that I wasn't going to get a good retracement entry anytime soon and needed to enter now if I wanted to catch any of this strong bullish move. Al Brooks has said that the second you wonder if it's too late to enter a trend is usually the best time to enter, so I did. I entered with one starter MES contract and was prepared to add more if it retraced further down. My initial stop loss was at the closest pivot low, which was very far away, but I was only in one contract, so even if I did get stopped out, I wouldn't take a huge loss. Being able to have such a wide initial stop loss is a huge advantage to entering with only one contract, as you can always tighten it as price action develops. In this case, it became clear to me that bulls were still in control, and I actually sized in twice. Both adds were above my average cost, so I was sizing into winning positions, which is something Tom Hougaard recommends doing. With bigger size, I began to tighten my stop loss and continued to move it up each time a new high was created. Once I was comfortable with my position size, I set my profit target at 2 times my stop loss and let the trade fully play out. Thankfully, my profit target was hit pretty quickly as price continued to pump. Price started plummeting after taking high of day liquidity, and after I saw lower highs and lower lows confirming the bear trend, I hopped in short at the close of a full-bodied bear bar, which is one of the most reliable bearish signal bars for scalping. Once again, I entered with a starter position so I could have a very wide initial stop loss, and was prepared to average down at an internal liquidity pool if price did try to retrace. Luckily, price continued to drop, which made me feel better about the short trade, but a lot of buyers seemed to step in right at the 50% fib level of this morning's uptrend. I zoomed out and was reminded that higher timeframes were still bullish. I actually identified a bullish LFG setup on the 5-minute chart, as this rejection off the 50% fib level created a sell-side liquidity pool below this new pivot. I decided to adjust my take profit level to target this liquidity pool, making sure that it was still more than a 1-to-1 reward to risk based on where I set my stop loss. When price starts to flush down, I once again size into my winning position and ride the bearish continuation down to my profit target. Here's a summary of all my trades today. As you can see, I made a good choice to take profits where I did on my second trade, as the bullish LFG setup I identified played out perfectly. The sell-side liquidity below the 50% fib level was grabbed, and price resumed the morning's uptrend to retest the high of day. I actually was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't take another trade to capitalize on this bullish move that I was expecting, but being in a trade and risking capital takes a lot of mental energy, and I felt I'd risked enough after 2 trades. Overall, I was very pleased with my trading today. Granted, my entries seemed to be towards the end of these trends, so could only capture small pieces of it, but that's a trade-off when you scalp trends. As you wait on better confirmation of the trend, the higher the probability of profit, but the worse your reward to risk ratio becomes. Tom Hougaard has also suggested that most retail traders tend to add to losers and scale out of winners, and if 80% of retail traders are not profitable, we need to do the opposite of this, which is to add to winners and scale out of losers. Sizing into my winning trades today was scary, but I'm glad I followed Tom's advice today. Due to entering late in the trends, I was a bit quick to take profits today, but letting my winning positions run further and letting myself get stopped out in profit is something else I'd like to challenge myself to do more going forward. Here's my TradeZella summary for all my Apex accounts that I post every single day in my community tab for full transparency. As a quick side note, I wouldn't trust any day trading influencers trying to sell courses if they don't show daily account balances, as they can easily hide their losses and only show green days. I show everything, including the big downswing I had towards the end of October caused by terrible risk management. Fortunately, ever since I made risk management a focus and sized down to micros, I've been on an absolute tear, and my cumulative profit and loss is at an all-time high, sitting at above $10,000. As you can see, I've also withdrawn a total of $4,000 from these accounts so far, and I can't stress how important it is to pay yourself when you can, because the future is not guaranteed. One of the earlier PAs I was documenting on this channel was above the withdrawal threshold, but I decided not to take the withdrawal and continue trading it to build up a bigger cushion, and ended up going on tilt and blowing it up before I could submit a withdrawal. That experience made me realize I need to prioritize withdrawals above all else, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm currently on a major hot streak that will inevitably end at some point, but I've done a good job of capitalizing on it while it lasts. I'm also starting to compile a list of the most important trading lessons I've learned this year that I think has contributed the most to my recent success, and we'll be working on another big trading lessons video to share in detail what I've learned. Here's a quick update on my 25k TradeDay and Apex evaluations that I've been using a trade copier to take the same exact trades on. My TradeDay account is now sitting at 26,089, with the entire trailing end of day drawdown available. My Apex account is at 26,161 and also has the entire trailing max account drawdown available. The difference in account value is mainly due to different sim commissions. Both are in great shape, and we're about $400 from passing them, so just gotta keep it up. If y'all want to start your own evaluations with Apex or TradeDay, you can use my affiliate links in the description and use my coupon codes for the best available discount. As always, thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe so you're notified of the next time I post a trade recap. In the meantime, I'll continue posting daily profit and loss updates in my channel's community tab.